Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, wait, was I actually wrong? Or did they just make me feel wrong? Or maybe you've apologized for something you didn't even do because someone convinced you that your memory, your feelings, your reality weren't reliable. If that sounds familiar, congratulations! You've experienced one of the sneakiest psychological mind tricks ever invented, gaslighting. And today, we're talking about the psychology behind it, why people do it, why it works, and why it can mess with even the strongest, smartest people on Earth. So, let's start with the part nobody wants to admit. Gaslighting doesn't start big. It starts tiny, microscopic, harmless looking. Like someone saying, "You're overreacting. You're too sensitive. That never happened. You're imagining things." And at first, you brush it off because who cares, right? But slowly, drop by drop, it becomes a pattern. And suddenly, you're questioning your own thoughts, like your brain didn't come with a warranty. So why does gaslighting feel so powerful? Here's the psychological twist. Your brain wants to trust people you care about. It's built into your wiring. We're social creatures. We lean toward connection, not suspicion. So when someone close to you repeatedly tells you that your feelings are wrong or your memory is faulty, your brain doesn't immediately go, "Wow, this person is manipulating me." Instead, it goes, maybe they're right. Maybe I misunderstood. Because deep down, we want harmony. We want peace. We want to avoid conflict, especially with someone important to us. Gaslighting uses that against us. It turns your natural desire for connection into a weapon. And here's the scariest part. Gaslighting works because it attacks the most delicate part of your mind, your sense of reality. Your memories, your emotions, your perception, these are the pillars that hold your identity together. Shake them hard enough, and you can make anyone feel unstable. Even the strongest person can be manipulated if someone keeps telling them the same lie with enough confidence. That's the secret ingredient. Confidence. A gaslighter doesn't say, "I think you're remembering wrong." They say, "I know you're remembering wrong." The certainty is what messes with your head. It's like someone insisting the sky is green over and over with absolute conviction until you start squinting at the sky thinking, "Is it though?" Here's where it gets even more interesting. Gaslighting isn't always intentional. Sure, some people use it deliberately to control, dominate, or avoid responsibility, but others do it unconsciously because facing the truth threatens their ego. Instead of saying, "Yes, I made a mistake," they rewrite the story so you become the confused one. Psychologists call this ego defense, and honestly, it's one of the laziest defense mechanisms humans have invented. Instead of fixing the problem, the gaslighter simply edits reality like they're working in Photoshop. Now let's talk about the emotional impact. Gaslighting doesn't just change the story, it changes you. You start doubting your reactions. You hesitate before speaking. You replay conversations in your head, wondering if you imagined everything. You apologize for things you shouldn't apologize for. You shrink. You dim. You disconnect from your own instincts. Because the truth is, gaslighting doesn't just make you question your reality, it makes you question your worth. But here's something powerful, something everyone needs to hear. If someone is making you feel crazy, confused, or constantly at fault, it's not because you're weak. It's because they are manipulating the rules of reality. Gaslighting succeeds not because the victim is fragile, but because the gaslighter is persistent. Repetition is powerful. Confidence is powerful. Emotional attachment is powerful. But here's the good news. Awareness is even more powerful. The moment you recognize gaslighting, the spell cracks, the fog lifts. Your mind, slowly but surely, comes back home to itself. Because deep down, your intuition always knew the truth. It was just buried under someone else's noise. So if you've ever doubted yourself because of someone else's manipulation, just remember your feelings are valid, your memories are real, and your reality belongs to you, not to someone who wants to twist it. If this video helped you understand the psychology behind gaslighting, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever realized later that someone was gaslighting you? Your story might help someone